So, reading that book, Capitalism's Achilles heel, pretty much the thesis of the book is that inequality is capitalism's Achilles heel. So, inequality is the weak point of capitalism, and I entirely agree. I mean, it's obvious. Inequality supports people that have power. And inequality supports people having power over another person, and inequality supports people living abundantly and people living inabundantly. It supports people who are impoverished. So I'm going to show you a few graphs within the book which I found interesting. So this is the first graph. Perfectly equal society. So the first, or the y-axis, I guess, is cumulative percent of population. The x-axis is cumulative percent of income. As you can see, it's perfect equality because 20% of the entire population will have 20% of all money existing. 80%, 80, 100, 100. That is a perfect equal society. This graph is what it is today, or currently. Same x and y axis, except 20% of all population has 2% of all money. Now the 80 to 100% have 66%. Now that is inequality. They have majority of the money. They own the majority of the expressive point of power within this world, which is money. They hold 66% of power, of influence. So what I've found interesting is that looking at them and me, obviously the point would be to make more money. So I'm quite sure that the 80 to 100% with the most income, they're people of power. So obviously they're going to support things that make them more money. So for example, the oil industry and the electric car. Now the electric car industry has failed or fallen or not prospered because of that 80 to 100% supporting oil, because most likely they are oil company CEOs and heads and such. So obviously that majority power is going to oil, and therefore the electric car will not prosper because the 80 to 100% want more money, and supporting the oil industry will make them more money. So this is unfortunate that it exists within this world, because we are all subjected to the top 20% of people who make money. Cumulative. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Sorry, I'm just trying to process that graph because I thought I processed it incorrectly. But so if you can understand that we are all responsible for this because we give power to these people and then they do whatever they want with their power because they're powerful and there's nobody that is really more powerful than them, subjecting them to any rules or laws. So they do what they want with their money, which is try and make more money for themselves so they can have more power. So we are subject to the people with power and what they do with their money. And obviously from the first graph, nobody holds any power over anybody. It's completely equal. And therefore, nobody will have power. And therefore, money will go to what is best for all because we will all have the same amount of money. And all of our wants will be supported. All of our necessities will be supported. So there's a third graph. So this section consists of 65% of the entire graph. And what is interesting is that this graph, this is 66%. The top 20% of people that make money have 66%. So the inequality is money. So if we create an equal money system, equality exists. It doesn't right now, that's for damn sure. So there's mathematical proof, even within capitalism, that equality is best for all. Because obviously, in this current society, we're subjected to the people who make the most money, wants and desires. So if we change our wants and desires within ourselves, and if we change the fact that we give power to people, then we can truly create a different world instead of our wants and desires right now being more money. And more luxury and a better life. Yeah, because I mean, if the top 20% of people made money out of the electric car industry, obviously the electric car industry will prosper. But currently, they do not make money off of it, and they fear losing their money. So they are very reluctant. We are very reluctant to change because of fear of loss, fear of losing our money. So support an equal money system so there will be no more fear of losing your money. Support an equal money system for all life on this earth to live a dignified life. It should be obvious.